it's going to be. Am I doing this right? All right. So this is COVID and coffee. My hair looking better. There was somebody that made a comment. See if I'm doing this right. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get it onto this so that I can get comments. But I've always got to like try to figure it out, like how can I get it to go onto the, there we go, wait a minute, boom. And then we'll skip, play on the shop. It should go automatically onto this, I believe. And then I'll probably have to put the volume down. That way I can at least see, yeah, there we go. So that way I can at least see comments. All right, so anyways, YouTube is always changing stuff, man. They're making it so that it's a little bit more difficult for somebody like me that just doesn't do this stuff all the time. They're always changing like the way button layouts are and all this other stuff. So anyways, where are we here? Good morning, JP Stewart. What's going on? We've got Sleek Hobbies, JP Stewart, Al Castro. We got Addicted to RC. Not sure if anybody else is on here. Can't really see the comments. Can I enable it on here? Live chat. So is it on? I don't know, dude. Nah, see, it's not working, man. Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. This is the stuff that drives me nuts. They keep doing these updates to YouTube, which is great because they're trying to like, they're trying to enable things to be better. And it's that slow process of, like seeing what works, I guess. See, I'm looking at the camera that's not over there because it's over here. They always enable things. They always change things. There's no letting anybody know. It's just all of a sudden the next time you maybe go live or the next time you use your device, your internet connected device. I got volume, right? All right. I had to make sure I had volume. Big Boy Dwayne, what's going on? George Wilson, Jason Jacoby, Scott Springer, Zip Bass from UK. Wow. It's still kind of funny, man, how other side of the planet is seeing what everybody else is. Do you know what I'm saying? See, I'm still thinking the camera's over there, but it's not. It's over here. Lauren, what's going on, guy? This video is going to be about working on the Red Cat Racing thing here. This is COVID and Coffee. So if you haven't been part of this COVID and Coffee, there's like a whole playlist dating back to, was it 2019 when I first started COVID and Coffee? I think it was. It was either 2019 or 2020. I don't remember. But it became a thing that people seemed to enjoy, which was great. Gave like what some people had said, and I thought that was really cool, was that it gave people something to do or something to watch other than the garbage news telling everybody that they, got to stay indoors and not live your life. Well, isn't it funny that COVID right now, they can't tell you that. And I'm not trying to have this be like some kind of political thing, but you know how things kind of irk you, get under your skin or kind of whatever. Well, there is something that's kind of been bugging me lately, and I'll use this COVID and Coffee just to start this. We are going to work on an RC car. Not that it's a big deal, but this is more of a hangout. So it's a couple of things. So the thing that doesn't bug me is the fact that there's a bunch of like-minded people that seem to like this channel, which is great. There's also, people that are, not like-minded, and that's also great because everybody is welcome to their own opinion. And that's the whole thing about all of this. And I'm not a real Facebook user. I mean, I do have Facebook, like regular accounts and whatever, just like a lot of people do. And it's for, like, see right now, somebody just commented, I think it's Sleek Hobbies. Okay, Addicted. So you're saying 2019, 2020. So Sleek Hobbies, you're saying, yeah. Okay, well, your comment just showed up on my phone. The instant that it showed up, it disappeared. So YouTube has done something that has screwed up comments, live comments, for when people go live on their device. Now, it's funny. I can see it on my computer screen, my TV screen, but that's why I do this. So where was I? So like-minded people. It's something that I appreciate. I definitely appreciate it. I like the fact that it seems to pull in, you know, a bunch of people that see Frank Sluga just put up a thing. It went flick and gone. So you don't even get a chance to read nothing. My wife is texting me right now. Honey, I'm on live. I can't respond to her. Hopefully she doesn't get mad at me. My wife actually isn't home right now, and that's one of the reasons why the COVID and coffee was kind of a little bit late today. Why COVID and coffee wasn't existent last Sunday? Well, I mean, you got to live a little, and if you don't have internet, you're screwed. So, anyways, my internet was down for a few days, whatever. It makes you realize. Like here's part of those couple of things I just wanted to touch on. Now I did say to people in a video, I said, just try it, dude. Experiment for yourself. Just take your router and turn it off. Like just disconnect it. And if you're we're not even heavy users, but you realize how much of a heavy user you are if your home is connected. So there's a bunch of things that are in my home that are connected to the internet, and having no service, it made you realize how many, like, oh, dude, I just went to go look for my phone. So, all right, we'll pretend this is my phone. How do I actually have, so I don't know if anybody knows what this is. This is a case for a specific kind of phone. And I did get the phone when it came out, and I haven't even used it. It's literally still sitting in a box, dude. I'm still using my Samsung phone. So anyways, you realize how connected things are to your house. Now, if you disconnect your router, you then start to realize how much more you rely on that internet connection on the daily. Now, you know, there are people out here that said, you know, I only have, you know, one device and it's this one that's connected to the internet. And that's great. But another person had made a comment. I wish I could show you comments, but I can't because I'm using my phone. I didn't really think this through, because I was going to show some comments that people made. One comment that I thought was totally awesome. It was, I can't remember if it might have been on the repair video that I just did with the big rock. And the person said something like, a guy, you got to get that hair straightened out. You're looking like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. Dude, that's an epic, you know how they say like there's epic comments? That brought such a smile and laugh to me. I was trying to, when I saw the edited footage, right? I'm like, that hairstyle looks like somebody. Who the hell is it? And I'm like, I think it's like Jack Nicholson, like looked like this in some movie, but I couldn't remember what the movie was. And I just basically filed it into trash in my head. And this guy commented, you see how he said that? And I was just like, that's it. And I was just like, it was, see the smile? So it doesn't, at times, it doesn't take much to make me smile, man. And smiling's a good thing. It really is. That's why I try to do like content that is basically just that smile for mile, because, you know, it's just, there's so much garbage going on in this stinking world. And I say world because it's world. Man, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about, even like concerning garbage people. So you got some garbage people out there, man. I'm serious. Like, we literally all have to live on this planet like together. And there's garbage people out there that sometimes just seem to forget that we're all of us. Doesn't matter who we are or what we are. We're all just stinking humans that are living on let's plan it together. Like, and to make things go forward better, be a better person. And maybe the 16-year-old me in that 14, 16, 18 range probably should have listened to the me that's now, but I was too hard-headed to listen to that. So I was not bad, but I was a jerk. I definitely am not the light-hearted, kind person that I am now. I'm so much slides off. What is it called? Sliding off your back or rolling off your back or going over your head. I don't know. So much I just don't even care anymore. I just like whatever, you know. But sometimes things strike a nerve. So something that's striking a nerve for me right now is I brought up Facebook. I'm not a heavy user, but I got a Facebook account, whatever. This might strike a nerve with other people, but why is it that, you know how people do that for your own, I'll circle my face, for your own, whatever, your face, your Facebook thumbnail, whatever it is, for who you are? How come they make like all these things that I stand with Ukraine, I got my vaccination? How come they got those? But, and granted, there could be one out there, but how come there's no I stand with Texas? Like, I'm not trying to make this political, but it is kind of ticking me off that when I looked on the map on the news and when they showed who's supporting Texas right now, Massachusetts was not lit up. Now I live in Massachusetts. Do I want to live here? No, I don't. I can't stand Massachusetts anymore, dude. This place is, if you want to live here, it's a horrible place to live. Don't come to Massachusetts. Just go elsewhere. Go to Texas. But anyways, we're not trying to make this political, but it did kind of strike a nerve with me. I was just like, what? Why is it? Is it just not Facebook friendly to put I stand with Texas? Like, I mean, what's wrong with Texas? There's nothing wrong with Texas. Texas is a great state. It's one of the, if not the largest state in the United States, I think. I don't think Alaska's bigger. I think Texas is pretty much the biggest. I really don't know. I think it is, though. Again, I wasn't good at geography either. The only thing I was good at in school was gym, math, and any kind of anything that had to do with your hands. That's what I was good at. So I knew I wasn't going to be a scholar or anything like that. I knew, like, for the rest of my life, I was going to be working with my hands. Some people have it and some people don't. There was another thing that somebody put a comment on, and they said something to the effect of something like, I used to read books and magazines. And I think that was when I did that community post that talked about, you know, not having the internet. It was either that or did I do a short? Dude, I don't know what I did. My ear is still blocked, by the way. I still can't hear. It's like, I feel like I got swimmer's ear or something. But anyways, what was I going with that? Oh, yeah. And I commented back, you know, I'm the kid that was in school, you know, with the Carcraft and the Hot Rod magazine, Super Chevy. I was the one that was looking at that and reading those while schoolwork was going on. That's the kind of kid I was. Not a bad kid, but someone that did not do a stitch of homework. I was grounded and sent to the bench and detentions and all that stuff. And I took it all. And I didn't care. I think the only part that I cared about was the fact that, you know, after school, I wasn't going to be able to ride my BMX bike. You know what I mean? Like, schoolwork, man. It just wasn't my thing. So anyways, yeah. Where am I going with all that? Again, not trying to make this some kind of political show because it's not, but this show was born from something that was forced on a lot of people. And I think a lot of people appreciate the fact, like I said, that the show stayed. And the show kind of disappeared because I was sick of fighting with YouTube because of it being titled, you know, a lot of people already know. I was just sick of it being, you know, constantly struck down because it had the word COVID in it and whatever. And it was just like, there was no way to explain this show is not about COVID. It's literally like saying, well, I mean, it kind of was, but it wasn't. We're all forced to, you know, be locked down. So it's a direct relation to that. And guess what? Might as well have some coffee with it. So I'm not saying that COVID's not real, because it is. It's definitely real. It is a real deal, but I think differently. And I know that some of the people that are part of this channel also think differently about certain things. But we'll leave it at that. Oh, I will periodically. I got to check my computer. I'm going to switch it right now. Wanted to just check something real quick here. So on this, on my computer here, I got to just check this real quick. Got your GED in the Army? You can use a different platform to do. Oh, yeah. Where are we here? I got a video that's going to be uploaded, I think, today. Why is my computer not working? What's going on here? Why is it blue screen? My computer better not be dead, man. Oh, there we go. All right, so I do have a video. Okay, so and I'm not gonna. You can see there's a picture right there, but this is a video you might want to watch if you want to laugh. If you want to see just people have fun. I'm gonna have to figure out a title for it, but I'm just gonna upload it as is. It is. I don't know if you can see it. Look at how many gigabytes it is. Where is it? What's the gigabytes? Can you see that? You can't see it, can you? It's, yeah, you can't see it. It's 15 gigabytes. Actually, it's 16 gigabytes. It's a 16 gigabyte video. Dude, it's worth it though. I think it's, it's 40 minutes. It's a 40-minute long video of my son and I. And the best part about this video is it gets to show you two different levels of trigger control. I'll just call it trigger control. I'll use Earl's thing there. It shows you two different forms of trigger control. Somebody that has driven RC a little bit more than the other. And the other part that it shows you, it's funny. Select the video title to learn more about COVID-19. Yeah, guy, select this video if you want to learn more, but no, whatever. It's funny. I can see it. It's a little stupid upside down exclamation point. But it shows two different levels of driving ability. And it shows also within the Arrma line of vehicles. Yeah, I know, Frank, this is Arrma. But you actually might want to watch this too, Frank, because you always talk about Arrma tough, piece of garbage, Trax is tough, whatever. But this shows you something I think that maybe even I didn't think about. Yeah. So I end up handing off the controls to one RC to my kid, and it almost turned out to be, I mean, I think it turned out to be a good choice. It was felt a little sketchy in the beginning, but I was just like, whatever. If something breaks, man, that these things, all of these RC cars are meant to be repaired. That's the whole point, I guess, of literally anything. Just about anything that we've got can be repaired. It's whether if you have the skill or the pocket to fix it. So when you get a large amount of RCs like I have, there definitely is a bad problem with that, because that pocketbook, that wallet, bank account needs to be able to support the constant breakage that you suffer while you're learning. And I am, and probably forever will be learning. And that's not a bad thing. I'm no pro, and would never claim to be. Yeah, guy, I'm a pro here. I don't care. I smiles for miles. That's literally all I care about. All right, I'm going to dump this down to the car because this is why this show is here today. So we are working on this thing, which is the Red Cat Racing Camo X4. Now, there's a little bit of history with this thing. I will jump into comments, too, if I can. This is up, right? Somehow I paused that. Anyways, you and the Big Rock influence. Yeah, dude, I you know what? See, I wish I could show. Is there a way to show what I'm doing and the screen? No, there really isn't. You'll be able to see maybe comments down in that lower corner right there. So if I happen to, obviously see a comment, I'll do what I can to get back to you. But yeah, I appreciate that. If you're enjoying the Big Rock, then I'm glad that I was able to help you, I guess, maybe have fun if that's what you're saying. So one of the things I like to do is see what the delay is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an 8-second delay on my end. That's terrible. I think I'm all up to snuff here too. Arrma should come with free tools. They do, guy. They do come with tools. Come on, just like Traxxas. And, dude, look at this. Metz RC, his wife, I think it's his wife makes these cups. And, dude, this thing is stinking awesome. I wish he had more of some of the sayings that I say, but he's got hobby quarters on there. He's like, come on, guy. He's got I love trash bag, me pointing to an X-Max. Yeah, an X-Max. I love Big Black. SKYRC Team Not One Pack. Thumbs up, Cletus McFarlane shirt right there. He's got me upside down with zippy ties. I don't even know how he got some of these things on here, but dude, this is awesome. And he kind of posed like an idea. He was like, why don't we figure out like some limited edition cups? And I don't have the brain for that, man. I think I would like to, but then I said to myself, who the hell would want my face on a cup that they're bringing to their face? Joe, what's going on, guy? Wingman is taking a beating. Hear right, hear nothing. Right, yes, absolutely. Hear nothing. Say hear nothing. See nothing. Yes, full trigger. Yep, dude, isn't it? Turtle RC, isn't that stinking awesome? Like I said, this was Metz RC's wife that I think she's the one that designed like this whole thing. Somehow they were able to like look at even how this had to have taken some like thought, like even how my face is cut into the arm of this one. I don't know, man. I think this trash bag. Yeah, dude, I love this thing. This thing is awesome. But anyways, Sam, I love that. Yeah, dude, appreciate it, man. Yep. The top end you drink out of, you should stay out of here. Yep, dude. Yes, absolutely. So this truck, Red Cat's not for everybody. Red Cat's really seemingly becoming one of those, what do they call it? A niche. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. Here's something I'm noticing. Check that out. There's an alignment pin in the cage. I never knew that. I never knew there was an alignment pin in the cage. But this is the Red Cat Racing Camo X4. This is a truck that when I got back into the hobby, this was one of the ones that I went ahead and got because of It was really because of the look of it. The look of the... Holy crap, dude. See, this is not for pictures, dude. When was the last time I drove this? You have got to be kidding me. See, this is the stuff that you don't want to do. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So definitely don't ever do this. Don't leave your battery packs in your car, and make sure you unplug them at least. Holy crap. All right. So, where are we? So this truck, right? That's where I put the dude, you know it. JP Stewart. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. That's where I put my battery. Yeah, definitely don't do that. But anyways, so this RC car, truck, whatever you want to call it, it's a rock bouncer, right? So it's, for me, it was a great platform to continue going with RC because of what it did with the ability that I had at the time. Now, I think I always was a basher, I guess you call it, at heart. It's really, I guess, how I enjoy driving. I'm not a crawler kind of guy. I figured that out. And this is like a step away from crawling. So I got my Gen 7 Red Cat. It was a crawler. I got that, realized that while the truck was great, it needed a bunch of upgrades for the stuff that I was doing to it. And part of that was because of what I was doing to it. Doing endos, trying to jump it. You're just doing foolish stuff that a crawler, at least that particular crawler wasn't supposed to do. Then I got this, I think. I don't know what the time frame is of any of these, but I just started buying, RCs because I got back into the hobby. This thing has 2 upgrades on it. No, I'm sorry. 3 upgrades. And it has a custom battery tray. This is when I was first getting into 3D printing. And I realized with this truck that the way they had the battery, so the battery tray was back here. So it was either back here or it was, I think it was placed too far forward. So you either had the choice of having it way back here or way up here. And with the way the truck operated and how I drove it, it just didn't work. I also noticed that there was no way for this thing to have, I think, a bracing that was between the front differential shock tower and then kind of like the back area. I had broken the chassis, the original one, and this fixed it. This is a T-Bone Racing bumper. This fixed the weakness that I discovered with this truck. Now, there's a bunch of other weaknesses with this truck, but is it really a weakness? Sometimes you need to have that let go point or breakage point, and it kind of becomes a toss-up between, is it a flaw? Is it a built-in weakness that's, a positive thing? Or am I overdriving it? Now with Red Cat, it's almost, I think, the last 2. Not necessarily really a flaw, but maybe a weakness that is a little bit too weak, and definitely my bad driving. So I'll say it like that. So I had designed this, like you could see, the thing is stock except for the trailing arms. So the 4-link arms are the upgraded Red Cat Racing aluminum trailing arms, and that fixed the entire rear end. Then I made this very basic. It was when I was learning how to do the 3D CAD. I made this very basic tray. There was a couple of iterations that I had made, and I realized, okay, I need to get the battery as low as I can get it, bring it a little bit back from where their forward position, I think, back from where their forward position is, and then also tie in the front and rear, which will give it more rigidity. And this worked. This changed the balance of the truck for how I drive. It increased the rigidity. It kept that pack nice and low. I think this is where Red Cat kind of bailed on this truck. And I don't think they should have, because this thing was great, man. It just had weaknesses that I think people just at the time didn't have the patience to work with or want to work with. Right now, if you look on this side, right now we've got a free spinning rear wheel. Is that a bent axle? No, it's actually the plastic. So it's the rim that's bent. But if you've seen what I've done with this thing, you'll understand why. So what this comes down to now is I got to separate this rear end. So I got to take off the tires, separate the rear end. So disconnect the 4-link, I'll leave the drive shaft on, I think. I'm trying to remember. None of this is going to be by, I mean, I could access it through here, but yeah, you know what? Maybe I could just access this rear cover. I think this rear cover, 1, 2, 3, 4, might just pull away, I think. I actually don't remember. So I am going to make some noise. I'm going to take a vacuum. I'm going to vacuum all the diamond dust that's on here, because I can definitely see there's some diamond dust in here. Now I'm going to vacuum all this up. I don't think I have to take this truss off. I'm going to see if this cover pulls off. We're going to look inside and see if what I'm thinking is right, is that potentially, I mean, it even could be there. I hear Daisy. Hold on. You hear her whining in the background? You want to come in? Come on. What are you doing? Don't you be farting on me. You're here just because you were wine bagging. All right. So yeah, I think for this level of RC, I think it was great. So I'm going to just pop these screws, see if that's what the deal is. I might take off the wheels. It could be that the pin is snapped here. So maybe I should check here first. It could, I might not even have to open this. So this might be a short live. We'll see. So we'll use my stand here. It's the only thing that these things are good for. Pull off the tire. See if I'm even ready here to do stuff. Looks like I might be missing a driver. Probably the driver that I need too. Let's see if this works. So we'll pull off this. This is too big. Crap. Not even ready to work on anything. Oh, here we go. Some garages up here. All right, I think it's this one. So it'd be interesting. I wonder if it's the pin. It's either going to be the pin inside or a pin here. So we'll see real quick. And it's definitely the pin inside, because, and that's a, oh, and these are metal hexes too. So that must have been an upgrade that I did as well. So that means I am going to be taking off this cover. So if you have to block your ears because I got to use a vacuum, just I'll let you know I got to use a vacuum. the other thing too. I got to figure out my shop a little bit better than it is, because I'm using like an old house vacuum to do stuff like that, and I wish there was just a better way to do this. So, all right, so I'm going to pop out 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might, I don't think I have to split the case. I really, like I said, I can't remember how this is done. It looks like there's a split there where this back cover can just pop off. So, and maybe I should just do this all by hand here. So we got 1, 2. Yeah, all right. So the back cover does come off. Like I said, I couldn't remember. It kind of looked that way, but you never know, man. This is Red Cat. It could have been the entire case had to be split. And I might have to take this piece off too, because that's going to make it so that I can pull the axle out. Slash Raptor, what's going on, guy? Oh, check it out. So I got the udder butter in there. So I did put the udder butter in there. So I guess what this is going to do is tell us right now if, come on, get out. Here we go. So there's 0 grit in there. Oh, no. Oh, no, we have blown diff. Oh, no, you know what? It's the gear. It's the pin inside the diff. Oh, no. That's what it is. That means more work, guy. So I think I can just pull the 2 screws here, slide that out, pull the 2 screws here, slide that out, and then take this unit out as one. So what it is potentially the pin that's inside on the little sun gear that's in there let go, from what I think I'm seeing. But that actually really isn't looking very good. That's looking like it might be something different. Yeah, man. Matt Mass, what's going on, guy? No, it doesn't, dude. It no, it doesn't. It's actually got real stuff in it. Shows that I can. Shows that I can, guy. Like I said, the orange stuff is great. It's just different. It's not designed for certain things. So, and this is where I need to get under there. Come on. I'll tell you right, man. Don't get glasses. I wouldn't recommend them. Glasses suck, dude. Ever since I've had to wear glasses, I hate, absolutely hate glasses. Absolutely hate them, man. So I've got this thing here. This is a Cow RC magnetic thing here. So I'm going to end up using this. Keep my screws kind of separated. So this should slide out as an entire unit, I hope. There we go. So that actually still looks good. So we're looking good there. I do see that some contamination is kind of right there. So, but the bearing has stopped contamination going this way. So there is a bearing that's right here. This is the bearing right here. And then there's obviously an outer bearing right there. So I can see the bearing is doing its job. So it's supported here and here by bearings. So I should take a vacuum and kind of vacuum that, vacuum this area, just to get whatever contamination might be in there out. As far as right here, that would support that area right there, I believe. Yeah, there's a bearing cap right there. So it's been a while, man, since I've been into this thing. And I don't really like directions, so. Ah, dude, Joe, glasses are garbage, man. I mean, when they say that, like, you know, at a certain age, you'll find out whether if you need glasses or not, they were absolutely right, and I hate it. Hate the fact they were right. Yeah, this is the Camo X4. This is a red cat. All right, where am I here? So now I've got to take off that end, which I don't have to take off the wheel. All I have to do is just pop the top and bottom. And yeah. What year was this made? Oh, man. Made? Dude, I don't know. Maybe 2019? Maybe. Dude, I wish I could tell you. I don't remember certain things like that. But I did get it when it was, or at least I think I got it when it was first released. It really is a good truck, in my opinion, for what it is. It's what kind of kept me in the hobby, if you want to look at it that way. It's an RC that challenged me in a number of ways, and it kept me in the hobby. So I guess that is a positive thing. And this is a red cat. It's not like Axial or, you know, some $500 RC. August of, dude, secondhand. Look at a memory like that. August of 2018. Is that what you're saying? That's literally when I had to have gotten it then. Fairly confident that I got this when it first came out. I mean, it had positive things about it, dude. It's got a metal ring gear with a metal pinion gear, so it's like it had the thoughts of, or at least it had some good bones. And as long as you replaced a couple of things and did not overdrive it, it was great. It really was a great RC, a very fun RC. So now that we've lost all the weight, just going to shift this so our platform here works. So what I can do, I think, is do this. And really get in there and enable flash. How do I enable flash? Yeah, see, they messed up stuff, man. I can't enable the flash. You gotta be kidding me. Bam, there we go. So at least this will get a good visual here. Camo X4 is what this is called, if someone was asking. Now, see, I shouldn't have done that. Robert, what's going on, guy? Yeah, and that's what's great, to have certain RCs that, you know, maybe you only run, you know, every once in a while. Definitely nothing wrong with that. But zero contamination inside there. Pop another one of these little puck things out. Not that I don't know where it goes, but might as well use it the way it's designed. What did you not buy? How come I'm missing one screw already? Dude, how am I missing a screw already? 1, 2, 3. It's obviously one of these. Oh, it's this one that's all greasy. I don't know. No, I'll just go like that. It's all the same. So pull this little bearing cap off. Look at that. Good stuff. So now this unit should be able to be plucked right out. Look at that. Oh, oh, it broke. Oh, so the pin didn't break. This did. Oh, man. All right. Well, that's that. This is definitely not going to be a repair video because I definitely don't have one of those. Oh, no. All right. Crap. All righty then. And this side, why is that side frozen? Oh, wait a minute. Did this have a diff lock in it? Oh, that makes sense. This might be diff locked. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what we got here. This might be diff locked. And this is also one of the negatives. So I'll show you this right away. Phillips hardware. That's also one of the minor negatives, I guess, that you get when you get an RC like this. But it still had metal. It still held up. But I believe this was locked. And I don't remember if I locked it or if it was locked from the factory. Again, like I said, it's been so long that I honestly, I really can't remember. So I'm going to pop this open and see if this is locked. So I'm going to need a Phillips screwdriver, number one. So I have to figure that one out. No zippy ties. No zip ties are going to fix that. Definitely not. That is not a zip tie repair guy. I should have Phillips something here. There we go. It will be interesting to see. Like I said, I don't know if this is something I locked or if this was factory. Pretty sure they were open from factory. Uh-oh. That means that I locked it. What the hell would I do that for? What a bonehead maneuver if that's the case. It survived all this time then. if that's the case, man, if I lock this, that's not bad. And these screws are coming out pretty easy. But everything is coarse thread. Like these are all Phillips. And that's where, you know, even I would complain, stuff like this. Real tiny screws. But I mean, it held together. And I think that's where maybe Red Cat, you know, tried to get away with certain things, and why now Red Cat has changed their tune to where they're really becoming a niche RC kind of market. I mean, they're coming out with some pretty crazy stuff that is really nice, that people that normally wouldn't have bought Red Cat now go ahead and buy Red Cat and stand by it. So here comes the reveal. Oh, crap. Yeah, dude, totally locked. There is no differential components inside. This was a locked, totally locked differential. Holy crap. All right. Yes, Red Cat definitely is stepping up the game. You're absolutely right, guy. 100%. All right, so we got no gears in that differential. But that means, is there a possibility? That's where I'm going to switch out of here. So does that mean that, I got to remember which side the camera's on here. So does that mean that there's a possibility that I could go ahead and throw a differential in here that wouldn't shear? Dude, I mean, I'm telling you, for what this thing has been through, people would probably say that that was a weakness, man, and it might be. Maybe the type of driving I did, nah, it can't be, man. This is locked from the factory. This ain't me. That definitely ain't me doing that. I don't think. I really don't think that was me doing that. So potentially, does Red Cat? See, I gotta switch the camera. See, I'm used to it being this way. So does that mean? See, that's better. Camera's right there. Crap, I can't. I gotta answer a text, but if I answer a text, it's gonna end my live. I can't answer texts right now. So this being locked from the factory, it would definitely benefit, I think, with the way that I have been driving, to have it unlocked and really put a real thick fluid in there. And that way, at least it's got some give. It had zero give with the setup that it has right now. That's wild. This case will accept a gear. This case will accept something, some kind of a diff. But that's where I've got to go online with Red Cat, and because I think I would rather have differential gears in there. Oops. I think I'd rather have differential gears in there. And like I said, at least be able to tune it. Put a real nice thick fluid in there. Maybe that would help. But when you think about how dude, you would have to go like into my older videos and see how I drove this thing to realize that this truck actually really was a good truck. Yeah, I remember the stuff that I did with this thing. This was also when I was learning how to film. I think I might have even used my drone doing the filming with this particular car, I think. But I remember the abuse that I put this thing through. So I guess for that to be broken like that, that's really not that big of a deal. It's just, you know, it does right now stop me from being able to run this. So at least I know what I need to do. Need to figure out if there are parts, and maybe that's what I should do right now is hop onto the computer real quick, see if I can bring this camera along. If I could figure out this wire, and we'll basically look together. I know this is an exciting episode here, but we'll basically look together here to see if parts are available for this thing and if it's something that can be repaired. So hang tight for this exciting episode with RC Guy Garage as we waste our time online searching for parts that probably are not available. So we'll just do this here. And this is where I had thought that Red Cat, was down on parts, and they weren't. So all right. Already exists. What? Project MP4. That whole time? I gotta call this something. Father and son RC fun? I don't know, guy. That whole time, it wasn't even saving. All right, so I think we can go online here. So let's see. Maybe do Red Cat. Racing. There you go, Red Cat Racing. See what happens. So right to the factory website here, redcatracing.com, parts and accessories. We can scroll down to current vehicles. Actually, it's not going to be in current vehicles. It's going to be in the, because watch. Oh, I hate when they do these pop-ups because it stops what you're trying to do. So the Camo X4 is not going to be on here. It would be obviously A, B, C, and it's not here. So I think I have to, legacy vehicles. I think that's what I have to go after. So Caldera, Camo X4 Pro. Okay. Let's see. It did have plastic hexes. You definitely tell those are plastic. I upgraded to metal. Pins. Shock. Bushings, they call them those. So it looks like, oh, look at that. The shocks are on clearance. That's not a bad shock, man. That's an aluminum bodied shock. That's not a bad price if you were looking for, come on, dude, $4.77. That's a pretty good price. Oh, I think that was the diff. That's a good price for what that is. Rear shocks long. It's not saying like what the length is of them. But that is a good shock. And for $4, dude, $5 for two shocks. It's $2.50 each. Actually, it's less than that. Dude, I might have to just order those up just because. Put them on something else. That's not a bad price, man. Dang. See how they pull you in? They reel you in big time. You love ordering parts? Yeah, guy. I think I might. We'll see. Just gotta make sure I know my wife isn't watching, so. But the differential was like right there, I think. So front and rear differential. Now, it's funny is they're calling it a diff. So did I lock mine? So fully assembled front and rear differential, 39 tooth ring gear. Man, dude, I wonder, did I lock that? Dang. $15. Man. I wonder. Because that's the bummer part is it's not showing an exploded view. But I wonder if I could go to, we'll open this up. I'm just going to open up like a separate thing here. And I'm going to see if I can pull up a PDF. Go into their, do they have? By 10, 110 scale. Model type. How can I look up what this is? Because this is obviously a what they call a legacy vehicle, so they don't sell it anymore. I wonder if this rear end in this thing is the same thing. Dang. RC on. So let's just jump onto that real quick. Ah, see? Crap. I was hoping to try and find some kind of a PDF. It doesn't look like there's a PDF for it. Out of stock. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Crap. Addicted, I appreciate that, man. Popular add-ons. What happens if I jump onto that? Man, that's a rough one. Is this just the case? Because it says front rear complete differential one piece for $15. And then if you wait a minute, if I show vehicle compatibility, all right, so it's a whole bunch of different RCs. See, I'm seeing it crystal clear. You guys are seeing just a blur. So I wonder if you can see what I'm looking at right now. So this is what it's showing is compatible with all of these. So Lightning EP Drift, EXP Pro. Ah, that's wild. So I'm going to just go ahead and, you know what? Something I just thought of. Something I just thought of right now. Now, it's going to take me a little bit to find it. But I'm gonna grab something off the wall. I want to see, does anybody remember this challenge? This has been hanging on my wall. Does anybody remember this? Does anybody remember this? Dude, I got to bring this back. Does anybody remember what this is right here, dude? This got so many people on board with RC stuff that even even Earl Moorhead, and he doesn't count. Because this was, I want to see if anybody remembers what this is. Right, that's not a lock diff, right. I have the SCT and it, okay. So I2 Aspire. Blackout. Does it say blackout on me? So this is, yes, this is, dude, you got it, man. Dude, you totally got it, I think. That's what this came from. That's a blackout, I think. Is it? Dude, I can't remember. It's either the blackout. It's either the blackout or it's the other thing. This might be a blackout. It's either the blackout or a tornado. Blackout, tornado, EPX. I can't remember. It's either the blackout or it's a tornado. See the bottom of the chassis there? Wow, even I can't remember. Well, whatever it is, dude, I can't remember. But that's, if nobody got it, I don't know if anybody got that. Slash wrap the drag bug. You're the first one that I see that said it. Somebody else could have said it, but that's drag bug, dude. That's when I was having fun with drag racing, and I just decided to come up with this challenge to, make or try to make with what you have on hand. And why I said Earl didn't count was because at the time, Earl had a parts store already. And I was basically saying, try to make the cheapest drag racer that you can make using stuff that you already have. And that's what that ended up being. And it was a very fun challenge and project. And that thing has been hanging on the wall over there for quite some time, man. But I might actually have that differential on hand, because if this is the correct vehicle, which I'll literally have to look. So what did somebody say they thought it was? The blackout, right? See, I don't see blackout in that list. I see tornado, Denoco, lightning, shockwave, Ducono. I keep calling it Denoco. Ducono, sandstorm, tornado. This might be a tornado. Like I said, I honestly, I can't remember. My brain is fried from being a teenager. But anyways, I know I took the front differential out of there. It'd be interesting to find out if the front differential that was in that could be something that I throw into that truck right there. That would be cool. Otherwise, at least I know that the part is still available online, which is great. And that's what's great about a lot of these manufacturers, is that they do the parts trade-off. Like one part will fit a number of other vehicles, which really works out great, especially if, you're someone like me and, you don't want to spend the money. You just want to try and just figure it out. So, but $15 ain't nothing. Plus some shocks, just because they're cheap. Dude, that would be pretty slick. Those shocks aren't bad, man. At least I think they're aluminum body. I'm pretty sure they are. Looking at it, it really does. I'm pretty sure they're aluminum body. Good shocks, though. Good shocks for what they are. So why would I even buy them? I don't know, guy. For a future project of something I'll never fix. It's a disease, guy. So, Yeah, that's a positive, man. I think I might have a differential, but if I don't, I will just order up that one. So I'm going to put together a quick little basket here. So if I was just ordering that, I'm just going to see. I just want to see, because I know I have a thing here. I just want to see how much this would cost. I hate these verification things. How many pictures have bicycles in them? It's like those ones. Verify me, baby. Please also check new images. Come on, are you kidding me? This one. Cool. Submit. All right, it worked. So this would cost, and it says that there's coupons. Potentially there's coupons that, let's see, it actually said that there's Red Cat coupons. You have found the best price. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. Like I said, I just want to see what this would cost, because usually you got to pay something for shipping. Okay, so $5 for shipping, so $20. So that would be $20 to my door. Now, I am very confident that Hobby Quarters would not have this part, but I might give them a call to see if they do, because they do carry Red Cat stuff. It would be funny, you know, knowing how that shop is, that they have, you know, some dusty bagged stuff and boxes because it's just old stock. It would be interesting to see if maybe Hobby Quarters could do that, dude. So, yeah, economy, small package, which would probably take a year to get here. And so it cost me $20. And so that's not too bad. So, yeah, dude, that's not bad at all. So I'm guessing that's where this live should kind of stop. Figured out what the issue was. It's really not that big of a deal. It's because the differential was a locked differential. Kind of interesting how they did that. And I could get a differential, or if I've got a differential that would fit, that would be the better scenario. That way we could do. Got a question for people. So how many people are here? We got 43. Wait a minute. We got 43 people here and only 41 thumbs ups. What's up? Come on, man. 44 people here and 41 thumbs ups. That's it. Killing me, guy. No, I appreciate it. But anyways, I am gonna see if I've got that differential. I should. I should have a differential, but if it doesn't, it's $20 to my door. We'll do an update video in about a year when I finally get to repairing the thing. But so out of the 46 people here right now, right? 49 thumbs up. So how'd that work? So out of the 46 people here right now, out of curiosity, are you interested in me starting up the other show that I used to do, which was a live? It was called Shop Talk and Wrench. So if you're interested, do a thumbs up like in the comments. I just want to see if anybody remembers Shop Talk and Wrench, because that was my other live show that I did that kind of was not part of the COVID and Coffee show. It was like the nighttime. I think I even called it sometimes Nighttime Live with RC Guy Garage, or I tried to like rhyme things. Oh, looks like we got to it. Look at, we got a bunch of thumbs up. So I got to get like, you got to get like 20 of them. Come on, can we get 20 comment thumbs up? Let's see. Oh, dude. Shop Talk. Yes, go ahead and get back to it. Twisted, what's going on, man? Dude, it looks like, yeah, it looks like people are interested. We got a number one thing. Dude, it's going to be a thumbs up, man. Come on, JP, man. Steve, look at, dude, everybody, and guests. What? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, guy. That can be kind of a pain in the neck, but I do have the what is that called? StreamYard. I'm not good like Chef. Chef has got like the whole better looking like setup. I'm not like that. I use StreamYard. He uses OBS, but he's a tech kind of guy. He knows how to do all that garbage, and the clarity's way better. And I need somebody to talk me through how to do OBS for Mac. I think that's the problem. I mean, I got the setup where I could do it. I have multiple cameras that I could set up, the whole thing like Chef does, bring people in and whatever. But I have paid for the StreamYard. So maybe we could do that. Maybe Shop Talk and Wrench could be that StreamYard use. Like I said, I pay the yearly stupid subscription for something I don't even use anymore. And that's what happens too, man. You eventually forget about things that you pay for, like subscriptions. And like it's such a minute amount sometimes that comes out of your account that you don't even notice it. And that's the other thing too, is that you've got to like sometimes you got to get a pen and piece of paper or a pencil or whatever. Start writing down all the little things that come out of your account. Sometimes it goes on a credit card. Sometimes it, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead and put this Red Cat Racing Camel X4 back together. It looks like people are saying yes to Shop Talk and Wrench. That's going to be, that'll be like I think a late afternoon to nighttime thing if I do it. As far as that goes, I hate to tell you, but I don't think I could pick a specific day when it comes to that. My schedule is a little not compliant sometimes. And that's why, sometimes, just lives kind of get messed up. The COVID and coffee thing that we got here every Sunday, except for last Sunday. Like I said, there's almost no reason. Almost, I'm switching what I used to say. Max, what's going on, guy? Mia, what's going on, man? Put RC and garage in one man cave. Even Zoom is very simple to set up for 1080p. See, I'll have to talk to people that know how to do this stuff, man. I'm not that kind of computer literate. Dude, it takes me a very long time to edit these videos that I put out. So like a 15-minute video can sometimes take me like 2 hours to edit. I am not computer literate, man. Give me a wrench, give me a hammer. I'm way better with that stuff. What the heck is going on here? It's not my fault, dude. Figure it out. But like I said, give me a wrench, give me a hammer, give me a shovel, give me a broom. I'm way better. I'm way better at using those tools. These computer tools really aren't my thing. I can do it and get by, but that's about it. So, yeah. How long are we on here for? Hour and 20 minutes. Do you think that's good enough? You don't want to stick around while I put the Camo X4 back together, do you? That seems kind of lame. We already figured out what the problem was. And then in order for me to move forward, I kind of have to put this thing back together because I got other stuff I need to put on the bench. The video that's going to come out today, so it's going to be a video that comes out tonight. It's still, I think, yeah, it's still rendering or something. What is it doing? So the video is, it's in the sharing thing, and it's only at 41%. So it's taking quite a while. It's a 40-minute video of basically just me and my son laughing our asses off. We're freezing to death. We're everything with the except of one RC. So out of the 5 RCs that we brought out, only one makes it back unscathed. And I say unscathed because the issue with that is probably lack of maintenance. I throw my hands up in the air, dude. I am not the maintenance king, even though this company right here, they're trying to turn me into being a maintenance king, and it is helping. But yeah, guy, I suspect the reason why the one RC that survived, I suspect that it's probably maintenance related, is my guess. But the other 4 RCs did not make it back. They did not make it back under their own power. Right? It is 4 RCs that didn't make it back under their own power, right? I gotta count this out. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4. 4 RCs don't. Well, wait a minute. Let's put it this way: 3 of them definitely do not make it back under their own power. 1 of them possibly lack of maintenance. The other one, I've noticed that. If you ever watch, like I point with my middle. I point with my middle finger a lot, and I never realized it. Like in some of the videos, I like use multiple fingers. I'm like pointing. And I'm like, oh, nice. I'm giving everybody the bird. But see, this is what this is supposed to be about. These lives, these videos, this RC content, any kind of content that I put out. Even if you didn't watch that the Loki Thor video that I did recently, watch it, because you might have missed some kind of funny, if you've got nothing to do, dude. If you got nothing to do, if you already watched everybody else's videos, just go watch the Loki Thor thing, because I did take some time to edit that thing, and I think there's some funny things in how I edit stuff. So, but anyways, like I said, this is just supposed to be about having fun, man. I don't think you might learn something. Some people were saying when I did the what was it called? The basics. I think I called it the basics videos. There was just some things in there that was great. I get a lot of comments that come back. I've got videos, working on cars that, Christ, even the rocker panel video that I did, it was basically me just refinishing rocker panels on a Toyota Camry. And there are people that have messaged me, like, the DM thing. They're like, thank you so much for that. I get PayPal. Like, somebody will throw me $20. And it's like, you don't have to do that. Like, they're like, yeah, well, you didn't have any way for me to throw your money back then. So I watched one of your other videos and you finally wised up and put PayPal in there. And I'm like, but I only did that because people were asking for it. So yeah, so if you want to PayPal me, go ahead. But whatever, don't. I'm not asking for it. I'm not begging for it. Please, no. It's not, dude, that's not the way it works here. I don't need anything. I'm happy with what I've got and what I've been able to do here. YouTube pays me. YouTube definitely pays me. Amazon pays me. There's links. That's why I've got the stack of links under my name, which I do have to revise because it's all, there's like links on there that are dead because of the way YouTube, because of the way Amazon is. So I've got some links that are dead and I've got to square away and figure out and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that Loki Thor jump pack started a dead Big Black. And the other jump pack that I usually leave in there is not for Big Black. It's actually for other vehicles that when I'm plowing, sometimes I'll get phone calls. Hey, can you give me a quick jump? Here you go. Let's try this. If this doesn't work, I've got the cables and I'll jump your car with Big Black. I've literally done stuff like that when I go and plow. So that's why and for the fact that it actually did start Big Black is crazy, man. That was a shock. That's how I gauge those jump starters is if it can start a 2006 6.0 with dead batteries, 9 volt. If it can start that, glow in the plugs, it gets a pass. It gets a pass because normally people aren't going to be in that situation. They're not going to be using one of those small packs for a stinking big black Ford. They're going to be using it for like a Toyota Camry or something that's dying, something that's a 4-banger. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's where this should end. Nobody wants to see me put this thing back together, right? Why don't you use battery packs? Because to jump big black with a regular LiPo battery, I've done that in the past. I've done it with the Bug. It does work, but there's more of a chance of, and this is only the way I feel, there's more of a chance of doing those batteries harm than using an actual pack that's designed, that has built-in protection, to where if you just take leads and plug them into an EC5, or if you dedicate a LiPo, I for some reason, I do not trust just jumping my personal vehicle or anybody else's vehicles with a dedicated, well, I shouldn't even say dedicated, a modified LiPo battery. I don't feel like it's wise, because if by chance, I'm out there and I jump a customer's car with just one of those LiPo batteries that I modified, and something catches on fire, nah, I won't take that risk. I'd rather just use something that seems to work, that's designed for its intended use. See, that's where some of us go out of the scope. And dude, I've done it. I've got actually the battery that I used to use right here. Is this it? No, actually, you know what? Here, I'll show you. I used to have 2 of these. See this battery right here? This is an Ovonic 8,000 milliamp pack. This is what, it's not this one, but this is what I used to use to start my lawnmower. Well, after using that and starting cars with it, the battery puffed. So that told me that I was using it improperly. I think there's too much of a draw, especially when it comes to like my truck. It really, dude, it absorbs battery packs. It absorbs them. And I think something like that, you'd have to have some really thick gauge wiring. I think it would really be, I wouldn't advise this route. You can, if you're willing to take the risk, but not on a customer's car. I wouldn't do it. I think it would be very unwise on a customer's car to risk a fire. I wouldn't want to be responsible for that, if you get what I'm saying. So that's most things we do. Too much, dude, right there. Too much of an amp spike. Absolutely. It takes it all. Like I said, absorbs. It just literally just. And Big Black is one of those ones that's, like, what was the video game? Well, there was a video game years ago. He would either shoot something out of his hand or something, and he was like, "Come here," and then unleash fury. Well, that's basically what Big Black does, is when you turn that key to glow those plugs and crank on that starter, whatever's connected to that, it literally does that. It double fists, grabs whatever it's attached to and says, "Come here." So I don't know what the video game was that did that. It was either some kind of, I think it was a fighting. I don't think it was like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out or anything like that. Maybe it was like a Mortal Kombat or something. Dude, right there. Everybody's Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Like, "Come here." Yes, Mortal Kombat. There you go. Get over here. Yeah, yes. I was almost thinking like it was a Punch-Out. that goes to show you how my age. I used to play the Mike Tyson Punch Out. I had a blast with that thing. Those games were awesome, man. Is Scorpion? Is it Scorpion? We could tell who the game is. Scorpion. Yes. Okay, so everybody's saying, come here. Yes. Yeah, and it's probably like the old Mortal Kombat, so. Anyways, did anybody say whether if I should keep this thing going? I mean, it's already been an hour and a half. I think that's good enough. If people are interested in watching me put that thing back together, I will. It's literally just hanging out kind of thing. Maybe that is what I should keep it going. JP's doing. All right, that's all I need. I just needed one person to say keep it going. But I do have to go ahead and get some coffee. So, so we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program of COVID and coffee. We are working on the Red Cat Camo X4. Found out that the rear differential was actually locked. I think I knew that. I do think I remember grabbing the rear end and going, oh, it's locked. It's all coming like to mind. But as far as this thing being locked factory, that's one thing I don't know. I don't know if this is something that I did or something that Red Cat did. And I'm going to be more along the lines that this is what Red Cat did is my thinking. So if I don't have a differential, a spare differential from an RC car that like this thing, drag bug, the front differential I took out. If I don't, wait a minute, I'm going to check real quick. I think this was a tornado. Yeah, this definitely was, dude. This was a tornado. Here, let me pop the top here. That's a tornado. I think. I know I gave my son's, at the time, she was his girlfriend, but she is his fiance now. She's been his fiance for like 6 months now, I think, or something like that. That's awesome, dude. At some point, I'm assuming in the next couple years, man, I'm gonna be Grandpa Guy. Grandpa Guy. What am I gonna be called? What am I gonna be called? Grandpa Guy? Grampy? I don't know what I'd be called. It'd be funny. It's Grandpa Guy. Anyways, I'm actually excited for that. Isn't that weird, man? Look at the gray coming in. I'm excited. I'm excited for my kids to have kids. Like I think I'm at that point in my life now where I'm ready for that, man. I do miss doing the little kid things that I used to do with my kids. Like I think there's like a progression to where if you're a good parent, you enjoy doing things with your kids, especially when they were young, because you were like their best friend, or you were their person that, you know, they always went to for everything. And now, like my son, and that's why this video, I'm recommending you watch it, because like I said, if you want to see me and my son laughing our asses off and watching him learn air control, and dad doing the typical dad thing, telling him he should have done this, when he's probably in his mind going, Christ, Dad, yeah, I already know, guy. Come on, dad doing dad, you know? If you want to see that video is going to be out today. I'm just not sure. It's taken forever it's only at 60-something% now. It's taken forever because it is, how many gigabytes did I say? 16 gigabytes or something? 16 gigabyte video. And I'm also trying the wide format. I don't know if anybody noticed, but the last video I did and this video should take up your entire cell phone screen. The only drawback is if you watch it on a TV, I think you get small little black bars on the top and bottom, but that also makes it look cinematic. Anyways, I get off on tangents here. I'm ready for my kids to have kids. Not my daughter yet. She's still too young. But my son, I'm totally ready for him to be a dad. I want my daughter to live a little bit more life, but I also want her to be young enough to have a kid. Young enough, old enough. That's a tough balance. Take it from me being a parent. There's probably people in here that like, guy, I'm older than you are. There's an age where you kind of want to be. It's like a bracket. It's really small. When you consider your life, there's a small portion that you want to be in when you have a kid. You don't want it too early. You don't want it too late. If it's too late, what happens is you'll end up missing potentially a lot of later stuff that happens. If it's too early, you yourself miss out on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very tough, being a parent is a very tough decision to an extent, especially when you're trying to figure out when to have your kids. So the only reason why I think I wish I had them earlier is only because of that later part, that I'd be around that much longer to watch my kids have kids. And who knows, if I last long enough to watch my grandkids start their lives. You know what I mean? It'd definitely be cool. We are on this planet way too short a time, man. Make the most out of 100%. Make the most out of your life on this planet because it is way too damn short. And it is way too damn short to be a crappy person. Way too late to be a crappy person. Just be the best person that you can be. And what is this called? What is it? Philosophy with Guy? Guy's philosophy? All right. We're going to go ahead and... Don't want to lose that. Almost killed the cup. All right. So I'm just going to finish out this live by basically putting this thing back together. I only need one person to say, yeah, I'll just keep it going. But this is Drag Bug. Drag Bug, I think there might be a return this summer of Drag Bug. This is a pretty slick looking ride. Drag Bug might even get a castle system. Can you imagine that if I took the time and put a castle system in Drag Bug? That would be wild. All right. So it's going to take me a little bit to get this going here. There we go. All right. Enable flash. Boom. A little extra light. A little extra light. Hopefully that works. All right. So we did realize that the reason why this broke was because it was locked. And I guess that's really not, it's really not a big deal, man. When you consider how I drove this truck and what it's been through for it to finally break, that's really not, I can't complain. I really can't. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. Don't really care how we're putting it back together. We're just going to put it back together. And I usually use a thing to line up these holes, which I think I'm there already. These are Phillips. I think that was one of the drawbacks with this particular RC was the fact that some of this hardware was Phillips. So it looks like that's perfect. Yeah, the cup is blocking the comments. I can't see the comments. This reminds me, I've got some AR-60 diffs. There you go, guys. Perfect. I got the coffee shakes big time. Did you see that? Oh, I got big time coffee shakes. My wife is away right now. She went to go see some show. She got all dressed up. Your oldest daughter's boyfriend told you you're old once. Is there another once after that? Hey, does anybody remember the you got to remember the Bad Boys skit? Who are you? You look like you're a ludicrous looking dude, that was awesome. With Will Smith and what's the other dude's name? Will Smith and I hate the fact Martin or Martin something. That was like the perfect way that a dad and an uncle or kind of thing should meet the potential daughter's boyfriend. That was perfect, dude. I love that. Just so many things that were said in that movie just are so not correct anymore, and I love it. I have two brothers, and we all had daughters, same age, same grade. We joked one boyfriend was to get it, so it's yeah, there you go. Uncle Buck, best boyfriend intimidate. Oh, I don't remember that. 50 Cent did it in a movie too. Yeah, but the one from the movie that I just said was awesome. So slide that back in for no reason. Not the same, not the same instance, but funny. Yeah, good movie though. All right, get the bearing caps, and they go a specific way. So that one goes there. This one goes there, because they have a flange that retains the bearing. Kasiri, what's going on, guy? Haven't seen you in... Oh, well, I mean, I was just there. What, about a week ago? Yeah, I was just there a week ago. I can't get down every week. My bank account can't afford that. Yeah, I was just there last Saturday. I took my son there. I have no video footage of it because that was just a me and him kind of deal. But yeah, I was just there last Saturday picking up some parts. I got some parts for my big rock and my son's big rock because there's a upgrade video that I'm going to do very soon. So this one was for this side. Doesn't look like it makes a difference. I can obviously tell which way this goes because all the dirt is on this side. Not that it matters. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4 short screws, right? Yeah, I think. Yeah, pretty sure it was the short ones because you don't want them to be too long and go down into the axle. Yeah, they definitely, because you can see there's dirt on only one side. That's a good way to tell, guy. it is, man. Jesus. That's the other thing too with these plastic things, is not to, you know, over crank stuff. Just tighten it just enough to where there's some resistance. Because what you end up doing is you end up, each time you do this, is you're stretching the plastic threads. So you got to be careful that you don't do it too much. Eventually you will stretch it beyond what it can handle. So again, I can tell which way this one goes on. And then give the axle a little spin. And look how easy this is to work on. This is Red Cat, man. This is so easy to work on. Bugs. Jeremy T, what's going on, guy? Yeah, just wrapping up a live. Figured out what was wrong with this thing. And again, we're just putting this back together broken because I do not have the parts to fix. So. I have never gone to RC Excitement. At some point, I am at some point I am going to do, and it might be this summer. The plan is to go to travel, go to a couple of different places that I've never been to. As far as, like, you know, RC hobby stuff, and just check them out. The thing with me is that once I find a shop that becomes my shop, I try not to go to other ones and shop for parts, because I like to support, you know, you like to support what they call local, you know, and you can't always do that. But Hobby Quarters has definitely become my shop that I go to get anything that I need. If by chance they don't have it, then I do have to obviously resort to going online, but I'd rather even have the patience to wait for the part. But there have been people that have asked before if I've gone to RC Excitement. It is on my list of places just to check out. I've heard it's a great place. Even the owner of Hobby Quarters says it's a good place. So, and that's a good thing to know. To know that even, like, now I'll say it this way. Boom, boom. I think it is a good thing if another hobby shop can actually recommend another hobby shop, because what that does is that says something I think about the owner of the hobby shop that's recommending. If you go to a hobby shop and they don't recommend another hobby shop to you, like, let's just say you needed something that day, right? And at least he's got Jeremy. At least he's got the sense to go ahead and say, you know, hey, you know, have you ever checked them out? They're a pretty good shop. That says something. That says that he's solid and confident enough in his own place that he will recommend. Why is this shaking? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta fix this. It's loose. He's solid and confident enough in his own shop that he doesn't have a problem recommending another shop to check out. So, and I think that says something. So if Jeremy can recommend, going there, I hope that, this RC Excitement place that I've heard of, I hope that they can do the same. Not all shops do that, and I can tell you that as a 100% fact. Not all shops will do that. So I don't know if RC Excitement does that. I would hope they do, but I personally don't know. So eventually at some point, like I said, oh my God. What? Oh my God. It smells like egg salad sandwiches down here right now, and it ain't from me. She's over there looking nice and innocent, looking up now. Yeah. It smells like egg salad sandwich down here. You know what that means. She's a Mastiff. She's an English Mastiff, and I didn't give her no egg salad sandwich, but sure does smell like one down here now. Oh my God. That's the thing about English Mastiffs, man. Everything about them is big. All right. So anyways, 41 people here. We got 60 thumbs ups. Before we end this, because we are done, we put this thing back together. We figured out the issue. I can't read comments, dude. I've got to switch this so I can see the TV. The thing is not allowing me to see comments. Make no spots, dude. Daisy surprise, yes. Yeah, dude, St. Bernard's, yes. Actually, the guy right there that commented below you saying Daisy surprise, if I remember correctly, he used to have St. Bernard's when he was a kid. So he full well knows. He full well knows the pain that you go through. I ain't kidding, man. She is literally that excuse for any time there's an offensive smell in the house. Like Boston is fun. Oh my goodness. I plan to grab a few RC friends, start at 518 and cruise to RC Madness and head back. Yeah. Dude, you know what? Like I said, just because of the hobby, it won't obviously be the only thing I do when I go. The plan is to go this summer to hit a couple shops that I've never been to, kind of just see what's out there, just to get my eyes on the pain of drooling. Yeah, dude. Especially like if you put on a clean pair of pants and they're a light color, and she was just outside gathering some drool at the water dish. Then she comes in because she's so happy, and those strings are just swinging. You have a lab, clears the... You know what? My lab, Hunter, actually wasn't bad. Not like this thing. But anyways, where was I? Yeah. We're ending this live. This was working on the Camo. I got to replay the whole thing. We're working on the Camo Red Cat Racing Camo X4 Pro. We figured out what was broken. It's because the rear differential was locked. I suspect it was locked from the factory. I don't remember locking this thing, but maybe it had the option to lock it and I locked it. I don't know. I may have a differential to throw in this. If I don't, parts are still available online. We check the computer. It's going to cost me $20 to get the part here. I did say that I was going to call Hobby Quarters and see if they had the part. I'll just give them the part number. I'll shoot a text to Jeremy or whatever, or I'll send a text to one of the employees. See if they've got the part. It'll be amazing if they did. If they do, it'll give me an excuse to drive there. Now, this is where you got to remember things, okay? That's where it's tough. That wasn't a screw up in the audio. It is rough when all you need is a $5 pot to drive 100 miles. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying, right? But I really do support local hobby shops. So in some ways, I'm saying $20 in gas. Yes. So I'll be spending $20 in gas to pick up a $15 pot. You know what I mean? Saving myself $5 in shipping. So you end up wasting the money, but is it a waste? It depends. It sometimes it's, you got to say, like, it's never a waste of time when you go to hobby quarters. But if that's all I'm getting, that's where that weighing out. Buying online, if they had it, I would have it today, but I will have spent twice the amount to have it today, when if I spend the twice, dude, you get it? If I spend the $20 on shipping to have it here tomorrow, because it ain't coming today, I could spend the $20 to have it next day aired or whatever. You know what I mean? There's like a weird balance. There's a weird balance. So, but I actually do enjoy, like I said, finally finding a shop that I can stand behind, that I have, it's there. It seems to be, and I've had people have negative comments to say about hobby quarters, and you know, that's fine. Maybe your experience wasn't a good one. But for me, so far, I have not had a bad experience. Why is the screen? See, what's weird, on my TV, it literally looks like I'm looking like this. But on my thing, here's the end. I'm going to put my hands. So in this, my hands are in frame on my thing there. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it is right. Maybe the 16:9 is right. Where am I with this? What am I saying? I think I'm talking about a local dude. What the hell is that? Wait a minute. What the hell is that, dude? I too aspire. What are you, out of your mind, guy? Holy crap. Dude, you telling me to go to hobby quarters? Spend the money at hobby quarters? Holy crap, thank you for that, man. That's freaking incredible. But I'm on the downturn with Go Fast Cars. Yeah. Dude, thank you. Dude, you just paid for the pots. Either way. However I go, I appreciate that, man. That is, I almost said a word. That is awesome, dude. Thank you. Gas is covered. Yes, it is. Boring RC guy, boring RC garage. Hey, what's going on, guy? Boring RC guy, RC. See, I keep saying my own name. Boring RC garage. I have to jump on your channel and find out why it's so boring. Why is it called Boring RC Garage? Dude, I appreciate that. That's stinking awesome. I was gonna say friggin' awesome because it is. Appreciate that. Look at that. I don't have to pay for the pots on the gas. That's awesome. Definitely appreciate that. Like I said, it doesn't take much for me to get a smile here. I'd meet you there, but I'm home with the, oh, yeah, I know, guy. Kasseri. Yeah. Yeah, it is a thing. It is a real deal thing. Oh, it doesn't say boring? Oh my God. Dude, that's my dyslexia. If you didn't know, I have dyslexia, by the way. I thought it said boring RC garage. I thought it said boring RC garage. Boing RC garage. All right, well, maybe that actually could be somebody's name. Maybe I should start a new RC channel and sell it. Boring RC Garage. That's a riot, dude. Boing. That's funny. Sorry about that. I wrecked your name. Yeah. Yeah. This is, I do have fun doing these shows. I'm laughing here. Like I said, if you're interested, there is a video. I'm not telling you to watch it, but like I said, if you want to see two people, me and my son, laughing our asses off. 5 RCs were brought. 3 did not drive away under their own power. Yeah. 5 RCs went. 3 did not drive away under their own power. And the other 2 limped back. I'll put it that way. One of them basically only made it out of the trunk of Jaguar and made a loop and made a return trip. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So you just watch the video, man. Tell me, you know what? How about this? We got 41 people here, right? If by chance you are one of the ones that watched it, now obviously this might pump up the comment section, but put I was at COVID and coffee this morning. Like if you see the video, put I was at COVID and coffee this morning, or I don't know, do like a coffee cup thing. That'll be kind of cool. That'll obviously boost the comment section too. I was at COVID and coffee this morning. So yeah, so Shop Talk and Wrench will make a return. That was something I'd kind of been thinking. If you want, go over to the merch store. There a lot of times people are saying, you know, where can I get an RC Guy Garage sticker? You can get them at the merch shop. They are a little expensive, but like $2 or $2.50 or whatever for a tiny little sticker. But hey, it's how you support the channel. That's how I've basically said it. I've literally laid it out because people kind of told me how I should do it. They're just like, you know what? If that's how, yeah. People are always asking, you know, like there's people sometimes that leave comments and they're like, you know, I want to support the channel. How can I do that? People have asked me to do the Patreon thing. They've asked me to do the membership thing. The membership thing is weird. I kind of feel like I want to do the membership thing, but that's only for those people that are asking. So it's like what I don't want to do is I don't want to make it so like you only get perks if you're only a member. Like there's a couple people out there that do that, and I think the only perk you get is you can post or something about your name gets different if you're like if you join or something. That's how I would rather have it, because like I said, I've had people ask me how can they do it or whatever, but I think that's the only reason why I would open it up, is so that, you know, in the comment section you end up getting like a different little thing. I don't want to make it so it's like, oh yeah, you get to view the video before everybody else. That's I'm sorry, that's lame. Everybody should be able to view the content at the same time. I don't agree with, you know, the content creators that do that. I'm sorry, that's my stinking personal opinion. But having your name be lit up because you are part of the crew, I guess you want to say, you're part of the RC Guy Garage crew, that's different. It'd be kind of cool if you could have like a coffee cup next to your name or something. I'm part of COVID and coffee crew of way back in 2018 or 19, whenever I started this. I think 2019. What's going on, Bomber? Toy or hobby grade? Oh, this one? You know what? This one is hobby grade. It really is. There are some people that, you know, say that Red Cat is toy grade. To an extent, some of them were. This one, not so much. This one actually was, I think it was when they were, this is when Red Cat, because it's got hobby wing stuff in it. This is when Red Cat was really trying to flip it. Instead of just rebranded RCs, they were trying to come into their own kind of thing. I think that's when I got into Red Cat, was then when they were really putting some thought into, let's get away from, you know, people calling us a hobby grade company. And I really think that this and the Gen 7 was Red Cat's attempt at flipping that, trying to make it better. I mean, if you look at Red Cat now, Red Cat is a way different company now than it was when I got into it versus when somebody got into it before me. When people got into it before me, I would probably say you're right. not necessarily toy grade, but that is dependent upon, how you look at the hobby. If you're wearing a snap-on jacket, and I say that because my son wears a snap-on jacket. If you're wearing a snap-on jacket and all you buy is snap-on tools, then Red Cat's not going to be the RC for you. You're probably buying like a Traxxas, or you're buying 5th scale Arrmas or whatever. But as long as you don't overdrive the RC, like I said, this Camo X4 was great. It had, a couple of weak links. I think the next Red Cat I got beyond the tornado and the blackout, I think, ground pounder, I got that right there. It's never had a battery in it. Dude, it just sits up there. Look at this thing. This truck just sits there. I have never once had a battery pack in that thing. What else? Yeah, I don't even know where I am. I don't know where I am here. We're trying to end this live. Yeah, I might open up memberships. I just don't know how to do it. I got to figure it out. I would like people to be able to have their little extra thing next to the name, but I ain't doing the extra content stuff because that's just not right. That's just wrong, dude. That's garbage. If you're that kind of a content creator that you just open up content for your members, nah, you're a piece of garbage. Yeah, you are, guy. You're a piece of garbage. If you just open up your friggin' content that you make just for members, nah, you're garbage, man. You're friggin' garbage. Yeah, dude, I'm saying it. You're garbage. You're friggin' garbage, guy. All right. Well, that's where we're at. This is where COVID and Coffee is going to end. Shop Talk and Wrench is going to come back in. I'll try and get that to go in line. There's been a couple of night times, and you got to think about it this way too, right? Everybody else, just like you, I have a life too, and I have a wife, and I still have a child that lives here. So my time between family, work, and fun needs to be balanced. That is one of the most important things, is to try and keep it balanced. And I do want to keep it balanced with doing this because I know that there are, like, I've got letters that have been sent to me. I have letters that I won't share the contents of the letter that woke me up to why some people watch videos like this. It's because their life is limited, either by medical condition or just limited, dude. And there's been some letters that will never leave my space that really struck a note with me to why I do want to keep doing this kind of content. It's crazy. You don't realize the struggles that some people have. There's one particular person in mind that, not sure how much truth there is to it, but I kind of do believe it. This individual, I won't say whether it's a girl or a guy, this person actually said that I was, if I remember it correctly, I was the reason why they're still here. That is nuts. That's crazy. That's like, holy crap, what? So anyways, we're going to end it on a good note. COVID and Coffee's here to stay for as long as I can, do it. Shop Talk and Wrench is going to make a integration back. And there is a video being dropped today if you're interested. Like I said, if you're part of the whole group here and you do end up watching that, put a comment, something, I was there for Golden Coffee, or if you just want to do coffee cup or whatever, just do a coffee cup. And that way I'll know that you slid over and went and watched that video. That would definitely be cool. It would probably boost the analytics the analytics a little bit. So other than that, this is where this is going to end for today. This was COVID and Coffee episode 4. And we worked on the Red Cat Racing Camo X4 Pro that had very minor upgrades. And it ended up being a very fun RC. It's just sometimes it takes just that little bit of, it's not even ingenuity. Sometimes it takes just a little bit of thinking. Are you overdriving the RC? Is that why it's breaking? Or is there something that you yourself can do to make the RC better balanced than it was out of the box? And I amazingly was able to do that very, very simply. Well, it did take a 3D printer to... I probably could have done something else like a block of wood, but it also made it so that I got into 3D printing too. So, and that stuff is available on the merch store, guy. This stuff right here. Where is it? These things, dude. These things are hotcakes. I'm serious. I don't even have the black in here. I think all my black ones got sold. These things. And the black ones are more expensive. These. Such a very simple creation that I have sold a ton of these, dude. These are awesome. The amount of thought it took me to put into making these things, and the fact that for the amounts that I've sold, dude, that gets a huge thumbs up. Such a basic solution to being able to protect and strap down your data analyzer. Your I wish I could sell the analyzers. At one point, I was selling the analyzers. But, yeah, very simple creation. I got to get out of here. I got to get here. I got to stay on here forever, guy. All right, this is where this is going to end. COVID and Coffee, episode 4. Next Sunday, COVID and Coffee, episode 5. It might be on a full teardown of my Losi TENACITY DB Pro. My original, the Fox. It might be a full like teardown and clean and see what kind of parts that needs. The guy that gave me the person could be a girl that did it. I think it's, what's your name again? What was your, I forget. You did a $20 super chat, dude. Thank you for that. I'm out of here. Thank you for that. All right, how do I end this? COVID and Coffee next Sunday. Maybe we'll do a shop talk and wrench one of these nights. And we got a video dropping today. See you guys later. Thanks for coming. Cancel. Okay. End it. It's going to end it all, guy.